when you first land in the Philippines, or even before you arrive, chatting online with someone who seems sweet, caring, and ready to build a life together, it's easy to fall headfirst into the romance. The sun is warm, the smiles are genuine, and the women? They know exactly what to say to make you feel wanted. But there's another side to this coin that's rarely talked about until it's too late. Let's not sugarcoat it. Dating in the Philippines as a foreign man can feel like you've hit the jackpot. You're treated like a prize. You're admired. You're often financially ahead. But in that admiration and attention lies a potential trap, and it's wrapped in sweet words, affectionate gestures, and promises that don't always match reality. This post isn't meant to demonize Filipinas. Not at all. In fact, many are sincere, loving, and incredibly loyal partners. But just like anywhere in the world, there are those who use charm and vulnerability as a mask. The problem isn't the culture, it's the imbalance. When someone is struggling to get by and another is living relatively comfortably, motivations get blurred. And that's where lies, intentional or not, can start to creep in. Number 1. I am serious about marriage, is she? You've probably heard this line in the first few weeks of chatting. I'm looking for a serious man. I want to settle down. It sounds ideal, right? You're not here to waste time. Neither is she. But here's what you need to realize. In a country where long-term security is rare, marriage isn't always about love. Sometimes it's about survival. Sometimes it's about opportunity. Sometimes it's about escape. Many women genuinely want a family and long-term commitment, but not all of them want it with you. Some simply want it with someone, and you happen to be the one listening at the moment. That's why it's crucial to take time before making big promises. Don't let romance and pity cloud your judgment. Ask yourself, is this moving too fast? Would I trust someone from back home saying the same things this quickly? Number 2, I love you so much, but does she mean it? Words like, I love you, are handed out fast and easy in some Filipino relationships, especially when there's something to gain. In many Western cultures, those words carry a lot of weight and are used carefully. But in the Philippines, cultural norms around affection, obligation, and emotional language are different. Sometimes, I love you means, I feel good around you. Other times it means, I'm grateful. And sometimes, unfortunately, it just means, I want you to keep sending money. It's not always malicious, it can be situational. A woman who grows up in hardship may not fully understand how much emotional manipulation those words can cause in someone who's emotionally invested. But if those words come too soon or feel too strategic, it's okay to pause and think critically. Do her actions match her words? Does she show up when you need her? Is she consistent even when money's not involved? Number 3. I just want the best for you, or does she? This one sounds innocent enough. Who wouldn't want their partner to be happy? But sometimes this phrase is a shield for control, guilt-tripping, or even financial pressure. Let's say you tell her you want to take a break from sending money while you save up for your next trip. Suddenly, she's upset. She says you're being selfish. She tells you she's doing everything for your happiness. The language flips the responsibility onto you and makes you feel guilty for having your own boundaries. Here's the truth. Someone who really wants the best for you respects your limit. They don't get defensive when you set financial boundaries. They don't try to spin your no into evidence that you don't care. Be very wary when someone uses emotional blackmail disguised as selflessness. Number 4. I'm loyal, I don't talk to other guys. Really? Infidelity is a global issue. It's not just in the Philippines. But the dating scene here, especially with foreigners, has a few unique twists. Many women talk to multiple men online at once. It's often seen as a numbers game. Until something becomes official, and sometimes even after, it's not uncommon for a woman to juggle several chats at the same time. They may not consider it cheating, just smart dating. But to a foreigner expecting exclusivity from day one, this can feel like a betrayal. And sometimes they are in a relationship already, just not telling you. Some women use foreign chats to supplement what they don't get from their local partner: attention, money, or the fantasy of a better life. Always be cautious of the woman who seems too perfect too quickly. Video chat often. Look for consistency in stories. And remember, trust is earned, not given based on a pretty profile picture. Number 5. I don't care about your culture, is that true? It's a lovely sentiment, and one that's often not entirely true. Cross-cultural relationships require awareness of culture. Differences in values, habits, gender roles, communication styles, and expectations are not things you can ignore. Some Filipinos downplay the cultural divide early on to keep things smooth. They say things like, "I'll follow your lead," or "we'll figure it out together." But when those cultural tensions eventually surface, as they always do, you're left confused and wondering what changed. The reality is that many women expect you to conform to some Filipino values, whether it's helping her family, giving monthly allowances, or respecting traditional family hierarchies. If she tells you none of that matters, she's either inexperienced, idealistic, or deliberately withholding the truth. Ask questions. Learn about Filipino culture. And be clear about where you stand. If you've made it this far, you're probably thinking, "Alright, so what now? Should I just give up on finding love in the Philippines?" Not at all. There are incredible, genuine women in the Philippines who are kind, supportive, loyal, and truly looking for a meaningful connection. But in a dating scene that often blends romance, survival, and economic disparity, it's crucial to approach everything with clarity, patience, and a strong sense of self. Here's how you can protect your heart, your finances, and your future, while still leaving room for real, lasting love. Take your time, there's no rush. The number one mistake foreign men make is moving too fast. You start chatting with someone, she says all the right things, maybe even calls you "my love" within a few days. It feels amazing. You start imagining a life together before you've even met. Slow down. In any relationship, especially cross-cultural and long-distance, time is your greatest filter. The more time you spend communicating, watching how she reacts in different situations, and seeing how consistent her behavior is, the better you'll understand her real intentions. A woman who genuinely cares won't pressure you into moving fast. She'll give the relationship space to grow. If she starts talking about marriage or money too early, consider it a red flag, not a romantic gesture. Trust actions over words. Words are easy. Anyone can say, "I love you," "I'll wait for you," or "I only want you." But those words don't mean much unless they're backed by behavior. Does she keep her promises? Is she respectful when you say no? Does she maintain contact even when you're not giving her money or gift? Is she genuinely interested in your life, or just asking about your income? Loyalty and love show up in the details, in how she handles disagreements, in whether she gets defensive or stays calm, in how she treats you when you're not giving her what she wants. Observe. Don't just listen. Don't confuse generosity with obligation. Yes, you're likely more financially well off than many people in the Philippines. That doesn't mean you're an ATM. Sending small gifts now and then is fine. Helping someone with an emergency? Sure, if there's trust. But if you find yourself regularly financing someone's lifestyle, especially someone you haven't even met, you're walking into dangerous territory. Real relationships are mutual. If someone starts expecting money just because you're a foreigner, they're not seeing you as a person. They're seeing you as an opportunity. You're allowed to be generous, but you're never obligated. Meet her in person before making serious commitments. No matter how long you've been chatting online, nothing replaces face-to-face interaction. You won't truly know someone until you've seen how they behave in the real world, how they treat waiters, how they respond to stress, how they interact with their family, and how they handle conflict in person. The internet creates a false sense of intimacy. You could spend hours every day video chatting, but that still doesn't give you a complete picture. Once you meet in person, you'll see what's real and what was just projection or fantasy. Plan a trip. Spend quality time together. Travel around the country together. See how she acts outside of the comfort zone of a screen. Set boundaries early and stick to them. It's easy to get swept up in emotion and lose sight of your personal limit. That's why it's essential to set clear boundaries early on. That might mean no money sent until after meeting. No marriage talk until after 6 months of real-world dating. No discussing moving her to your country until after an extended in-person relationship. Whatever your boundaries are, state them clearly. The right woman will respect them. The wrong one will try to push past them. Pay attention to how she reacts when you say no. That reaction says more than her promises ever will. Keep perspective and guard against loneliness. Loneliness is one of the most dangerous things when dating abroad. It makes you vulnerable. It makes you romanticize. It clouds judgment. Many foreign men come to the Philippines not just looking for love, but hoping to heal emotional wounds, whether it's from a divorce, a bad breakup, or just years of feeling invisible back home. The attention from a young, attractive woman can feel like water in a desert. But be careful. Desperation makes you ignore the red flags. You end up settling for attention instead of real connection. Before you start a serious relationship, ask yourself, am I in a good place emotionally? Am I looking for a partner, or for someone to fill a void? Understand the cultural context without losing yourself. Cultural understanding is key. You're stepping into a different world with different values. In the Philippines, family comes first. It's normal for women to send money to their parents. It's expected that a boyfriend will help in some way. But understanding doesn't mean surrendering your identity. You don't need to adopt every custom or meet every expectation. The right partner will want to blend cultures, not erase one for the other. Talk openly about values. Learn about each other's backgrounds. Compromise where it makes sense. But never give up your core beliefs just to keep someone around. At Match with Filipinas, we believe there's a better way, one that doesn't force you to compromise who you are just to find someone who gets it. We've built a process that connects serious foreign men with serious Filipinas, women who are ready to commit, who respect Western values, and who want a healthy, balanced relationship where both people grow together. No more chasing random chat. No more guessing if she's for real. No more falling for a dream only to realize it was just another game. When you work with us, you're not just finding someone, you're being matched with women who understand the dynamics of cross-cultural love and who genuinely want a life partner. We coach, guide, and do the hard work so you don't waste months, or years, on the wrong path. So take your time. Be smart. Love with your eyes open. And when you're ready to meet women who match your values and your vision, Match with Filipinas is here to help you find the one worth waiting for.